Every week at Business at Breakfast, one of the members gets the opportunity to share with the group further insights into their business or enlighten the group a little bit more about themselves. The member can use the time to problem solve or seek assistance and advice from the group as a collective. The time is theirs to use however they would like. Today, we have the wonderful Joanne Watson from Calm Animals Australia. So a little bit about Joanne. Joanne lives in Bega, Australia, and as a pillar practitioner, she helps hundreds of people each year tame their wild beasts, meaning pets, which include dogs, cats, chickens, and horses. Jo speaks to business groups each week on the topic of anxious pets, working at home with pets, and toilet habits. She is available to speak at corporate events from $2,000. Jo is known all over the world for dealing with pets behaving badly, getting them to pee outside, and enabling business owners to work from home without stress. She's easily found on Google via her website, Calm Animals Australia. With that, Jo, you have up to 8 minutes to tell us more about you. I'm going to set a timer. I do this at time if it takes you that long, and then it's up to you to wrap it up, but I won't cut you off in the middle. If you take less than 8 minutes, that's okay too, because we have more time for questions. But with that, you can take it away.
Thank you, Misty. Hello, everyone. I'm Joanne Watson from Calm Animals Australia. I'm a pillar practitioner, and I have the best program in the world for fixing pets behaving badly. As a pillar practitioner, I sell a mini pillar program for pets, and it costs $375. Now, the people who buy this program have pets who behave badly, like cats scratching on the furniture and shredding the curtains, puppies chewing everything in sight, small dogs incessantly barking at night, dogs or cats pooping or peeing on the carpet, and pets who've become used to having their people at home, and now they've become anxious when they are left home alone. I believe in fixing pets behaving badly because life is stressful enough without having our fur-legged family adding to that stress. They are supposed to help us relax and have fun, not add to the turmoil and burden of life. Now, I've had dogs and cats that have peed on the carpet, and it just drives you insane. It's so much work to clean it up and to dry the area, and takes a heap of time. Then you have to deodorize the area as well. And let me tell you, not all deodorizers are created equal. If your pet can still smell the pee or the poop, then it's still quite likely to go back and do it all again, because to them it smells like it's the toileting area. I've had yappy, barking dogs, and they just hurt your head. You can't concentrate. You sound like a demon from hell when you yell at them. And so the neighbours end up hating you and the dog. Pets who are anxious when they're left at home on their own, well, they can do so much damage to themselves and even to the house. I have a client whose dog was throwing itself through closed windows to get into the house when they left it outside as they went out for lunch. So they thought that the dog wanted to be inside. So the next time they went out to lunch, it threw itself against the window to get out, just because they'd been left home alone. Thankfully, the dog only had a few minor scratches, but the glazier's bill was becoming ridiculous. I think they had to have him on speed dial at one stage. And it doesn't matter whether they've been well trained or not, although training does help. So, what is a naughty pet, or a pet behaving badly? The definition in the English Oxford Dictionary is for a naughty pet is a badly behaved pet or a disobedient pet. So if your pet isn't doing what you want, then technically it's naughty compared to your set of rules. That doesn't mean that you don't love it. And sometimes it makes you love the little darling even more, because it's showing that they have independence or a personality quirk, and it helps to make them special. But you don't need the added excitement and work. And I've spent so much time trying to work out how to fix these problems, and then I came across the Pillar Code. And the Pillar Code became a way for me to fix this in my pets. So now I do it to help others. It is difficult having a dog or a cat that pees or poops on the carpet all of the time. It is difficult having your favourite furniture and soft furnishings shredded. It is difficult having a dog that barks incessantly or chews everything in sight. It is difficult having a pet that is anxious every time you leave the house. It's difficult, right? So what do you need to know about the mini pillar program for pets? Well, it definitely helps with all of the above situations. We start with a no obligation 30-minute chat to decide the best way forward for you and your pet. It's a 3-week program, which is half an hour once per week for 3 weeks. We can meet face-to-face or online with you and your pet. And well, the pet doesn't have to be there, but lots of people like their pets to be there. It's kind of like a surrogate thing in that I work with the person and the pet gets fixed. Sometimes also other things come up and they're also fixed along the way. Payment terms are cash, credit card, bank transfer, or if you prefer, we can use Zip Money, and that means you can pay weekly, fortnightly, or monthly, whatever suits you. To sign up, you just tell me that you want to do it and we fill in the forms, and then we can start as soon as the next day. You can't do it through a link, you have to contact me. And to do that, today you just need to put the hashtag pets in the chat and make sure your email or phone number's in there, and I can then get in contact with you. Sometimes people say to me that they don't think that all of their issues with their pet will be resolved in just 3 weeks. My mini program is a great place to start, and if more's needed, then we can move on to my $1,500 12-week program. So if you or anyone you know is having difficulties with your pet or their pet, then get in touch. I'd love to have a chat and see how I can help, and my details are in the chat. Thank you, Misty.
Excellent. Well done. Thank you so much, Jo. All right. So who's got questions for Joanne? Yes, Katie.
Jo, I think I've heard you talk about it in one other presentation or sometime, but if I do, like, because I got a friend whose dog does pee on everything when they go out. The person themselves is just highly anxious now about going out because they're going to come home to a house full of pee.
Yep, you can understand that.
I'm sure you said that using the pillar code helps the person with their anxiety as well. Is that right?
Yes, it does as well. And if they decide that they want to do the program, we can do it for just them as well. But or it can be a partnership thing, take both the person and the pet through.
And does it help with the pet reducing its anxiety as well when the human?
Definitely. Because of the energy and the link between the pet and the person, anxiety levels in one raises anxiety levels in the other, and they feed off it. But so even if we can only calm one, it calms both.
Yeah.
But it's better to calm both if you can, because then you get an even better result.
Yeah, and stop the peeing.
Definitely stop the peeing, yeah, or pooping, whatever it is that happens.
Yeah.
Roz, you've got your hand up.
Joanne, that was really interesting. And I love the stories about the animals. Got some of those myself. So what I was wondering is what does the pillar code do? Is it a tablet or is it how does it work, I guess is the question.
It's more a discussion. So we discuss the problem, and then I do some testing, which is non-invasive. And then there's a message that I need to give you. So we just discuss what the message means and stuff. And then we do the clearing and get rid of the issue completely. And then it's just like magic. It all just dissolves and goes.
Well, as a mediator, I know about magic. It works, I reckon, mediation's like magic too. So yeah, I get it. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
So there you go. In simple terms, it's a bit like mediation, coaching, discussion, magic, but none of those. It's all but none.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
All right, Lee, I see your hand is up, and I saw Faye waving hers a little bit too. So I think, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I've asked you this question before when we really haven't had time to go into this. My understanding of pillars is as follows. I work for big nonprofit organizations, and we typically had 3 or 4 or 5 focuses, or foci, if you speaking correctly. So the focus is on children, on seniors, whatever. They're pillars of the service of the organization.
Yep.
I'm curious on nomenclature. Tell me how what pillars means in light of how I understand pillar to mean.
It's exactly that, Lee. You understand it correctly. The 12-week program has 9 pillars that we work with, which are all different areas of life. The 3-week mini pillar
I get it.
program, is a condensed version of that. So on the 12-week program, we can get into a whole heap more detail.
Thank
My
you.
God, Lee, you're the first person in like 5 years to pick up on pillars in the word pillar program.
And thank you for that.
It's, I have to admit, at first, when I heard her at Happy Neighborhood Project, I thought she was saying pillow.
Yeah.
It's my accent, sorry.
It's beautiful. Coming here and hearing you guys all speak proper English is really fun.
Excellent. Faye, you've got your hand up?
Yeah, I say great presentation, Joanne. And
Thank you.
I've done a short program with Joanne and she's helped immensely. And I have a dog that is too scared to go out in the backyard these days. And Joanne has picked up that there's something out there that has frightened her. And she doesn't want to go out there. She'll go out the front door, but she will not go out the back door. And she's settled a lot better too. So I recommend the program to anyone who has pets that are giving them a bit of a problem.
Golden retrievers are in need of people. That's their thing. And while they enjoy many, many things, they need to get around people a lot as well. We've had Terry stay at Simon's mum's place before we moved here, and they left him outside one day so that she took the boys out to dinner. And when they came back, he'd found the smallest patch of mud in the yard, rolled in it, and then shook himself on every single window. And that was a lot of work to clean up. The next time they thought, well, we'll just leave him inside because he's completely fine inside. Well, then he then, in his effort to find somebody, he got like the toilet paper and the paper roll that you get, to clean up benches in the kitchen, pulled that all the way around the house and just found random things. Didn't break anything big deal like cushions or anything, but just spread it all over the house and ripped it to pieces, and you kind of go, something's going on there, buddy. But yes, they're in need of people. So if you know anyone with the golden
I can help with that.
Yes, I think golden retrievers in general, they're just one step from human. They need their people around. They're pretty funny. Debbie, you've got your hand up.
I have a very logistical question. So this is on Zoom and you have the pet and the pet owner, or just the pet owner and the conversation about the pet?
Either. Often the pets, particularly on the second visit, want to be in the room. My dogs are always in the room because they just feel it, and they just really like working with their people because they're finally being heard about their messages that they're trying to give us.
Okay.
Excellent. There you go. So she can do it on Zoom anywhere as the surrogate, or with so your person can be the surrogate for the pets, but it can also be with the pet there as well. So many different ways. Jo is like the pet whisperer. All right, excellent. Well done. Thank you so much, Jo.
Misty,
Yes,
I have one more question. I'm sorry, I should have asked you this before. I can't speak for my son and his fiance. He's getting married in a few weeks. Have a wonderful little dog who is very calm around them. But whenever somebody enters his apartment, the dog just goes nuts and just barking and nuts and barking and nuts. Is that, he never told me that he was interested in getting help with that. But is that something that you could help with? Definitely.
Yep. That's something I can definitely help with.
Thank you.
Excellent. Well done. All right, Kay, one more, last one, and then we've got to move on because I'm watching the time.
Quick question. Have you ever used essential oils with your animals for calming or for health benefits?
I have used them, but I find with the pillar coat, I don't need them as much. But I do use them as a supplement occasionally. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Excellent. Well done. Thank you.